Today on CWN, there was another signing this week.
And we have some updates on the All-Star Games. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Dawson, and today is Friday, April 28, 2023.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Ms. Burkhart's physics class conducted a lab over magnetic fields. Here's more on that.
Hi, I'm Calallen. I'm here with Ms. Burkhart. Ms. Burkhart, y'all did a lab yesterday. Can you tell me more about that, please?
Yes, it was actually a pretty shocking lab. One thing that we did is we just investigated the electric field that's generated around a Van de Graaff generator. And students looked at how that worked, and then they actually got to experience the electric field. So they were able to determine that it actually creates forces. It kind of makes your hair stand up. And also we're looking at the properties of electric fields and how they can create forces, and then also energy.
Okay, well that's great. Now back to the studio. Ms. Sports' chemistry classes did a lab over supersaturated solutions where they make a solution and get crystals. Here's Marcus for more information.
Hello, Cats America. I'm here with Kaden, and you just did the crystal lab in Ms. Bort's class. Can you tell me a little bit about what you did?
Yeah. The first step is that you want to get a pipe cleaner, tie it around a piece of wood, and then after you tie it on the piece of wood, you're going to get a cup and then write your name on it. After you write your name on it, you're going to get the cup, put it on the lab table, put your goggles on, and then after you put your goggles on, you're going to want to get your beaker, fill it up to about 250, and we just stirred up the borax until it got clear, and then basically we just made a chemical reaction.
Thank you, and that's all from us, and back to the studio.
Ms. John's pre-AP chemistry class had a lab involving calorie meters. Let's see what all they did.
Hey Cats, I'm Maddie and I'm here with Miss Johns. And Miss Johns, I heard y'all were doing a lab in chemistry. Can you explain what was going on?
Well, sure. So we're doing thermochemistry right now and pre-AP chemistry, and the unit is about how energy moves in chemical reactions. And so I think last week y'all came and watched us melt some ice, and so we were taking temperature changes if the phase changes are endo and exothermic, and today we were looking at what actually happens in a chemical reaction. There's always an energy exchange between the system, which is the reaction, and the surroundings. And so what they did is they built a calorimeter, which I can never say. It's basically a way to try your best to capture energy. They measured how the reaction affected the temperature of the water, and from there they were able to calculate what's called a Q value, which is the heat. And it was either endo or exo. It was either going into the water or coming out of the water, depending on what their temperatures were. And from there they used the idea that there is something called the conservation of energy, and so whatever the Q happened in the water has to be equal to the Q of the reaction, except the signs are now opposite. And so hopefully they remember that part, and from there they can calculate the moles of the reactant that they used, and hopefully calculate some enthalpies of reactions, which we call delta H, and hopefully they'll get the signs correct, because they did one was exothermic and one is endothermic. And so I'm really hoping it makes more sense to them after doing it today. They can actually see that the temperature does change. It's not just all reactions. Some reactions do need energy, and some reactions do release energy overall. But the thing is, we always have to remember that basketball is my best friend, which means in all these cases, bonds broken minus bonds formed is where the energy comes from.
Wow, that is so cool. Thank you so much. And now back to the studio.
We have this week's Fun Friday segment. Here's more on what all you can do today.
Hey Cats, it's me, Emma, and this week for the Fun Friday segment, we will be talking about new movies that are coming out. One being Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret comes out in theaters Friday the 28th. This movie follows the story of an 11-year-old girl when her mom decides to move from Manhattan to New Jersey.
Not only is Margaret dealing with the crucial transition from 11 to 12, but she has a whole new culture she has to figure out too.
Be sure to check it out.
And if you're more into sports movies, there's another movie coming out called Big George Foreman.
What's up, everybody? I'm Carlos Reyes, and I'm here with my buddy Quentin, and we're going to be discussing the trailer for the upcoming movie, Big George Foreman. Quentin?
Big George Foreman is a movie of the story of George Foreman and his tragic loss to Muhammad Ali. After his tragic loss to Muhammad Ali, George Foreman takes a few steps to become a pastor and return back to boxing to become the heavyweight champion once more.
The movie drops this Friday, so go check it out because, in my opinion, it looks like it's going to be a good movie.
And if movies aren't your gig, there is a music festival at the House of Rock for country rock and blues.
It's Addie and Maya's going to talk to y'all a little bit about a music festival that's going on this weekend.
So this weekend we have a South X 23, a night of country rock and the blues this Saturday, $10 at the door, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m.
And if none of those interest you, there's also a WWE SmackDown at the American Bank Center.
Good morning there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Braza. We have a big event for you guys here today. WWE Friday SmackDown will be here at the American Bank Center. No, it will be a televised event. It will be starring the Usos, Drew McIntyre, and so many more. We hope you guys have a great time at the event.
There's also a performance of James and the Giant Peach at Harvard Playhouse on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
We have an update on the graphic design class. Let's take a look.
Hey Wildcats, I'm here with Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez, what's new in graphic design?
So graphic design, as we close off the end of the school year, we're still working really hard and, getting ready to finish some of our final projects. Recently, we've gotten some industry quality graphic design pads. So these are design pads that are actually used by graphic designers. And we also got our latest Adobe Illustrator workbook. So this is what's going to help our students work towards getting certified in Adobe Illustrator, which is one of the big deals we have for Graphic Design 1 and Graphic Design 2.
Well, that's awesome. And is there anything going on for Teacher Appreciation Week in your class?
Yes, so we've been working on magazine covers. So my 40 graphic design students had the opportunity to pick their favorite teacher and kind of get creative and create a magazine cover using Adobe Illustrator and a couple of other softwares we use in my classes. So it's really fun, and we have a couple of students who'd love to share what they've been working on with you.
That's awesome. We can't wait to see it. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Hey, Wildcats, I'm here with Eli and Emily. Could you tell me a little bit more about your Teacher Appreciation Project?
Yeah, we did magazine covers. It was pretty fun. I did Coach Mota, and so I did like a soccer-themed one. But yeah, I would encourage anyone to take this class. It's really fun, and we're about to take our Adobe certification exam, so hopefully once I get that, I'll be Adobe certified.
That's awesome. And how about you, Emily?
I did the same thing, except I did mine on Coach Lamb. I really recommend this class to anybody who's looking for something fun to do, especially if you love art and stuff like that. I think it's a very fun class to take. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Back to the studio.
Hey Wildcats, it's Mr. Martinez. If you like what you saw today in my graphic design class, I highly encourage you to sign up for Graphic Design 1. It's a super fun course, and you'll leave the course with your Adobe certification, your Adobe Illustrator certification. It's super fun, and I'd love to have you. If you have any questions, please stop by room 607 and come have a chat with me. Thank you.
Now let's send it to Autumn with the rundown on sports right after this short break.
Hey seniors, starting May 1st, you can come down to room 704 and take your senior video for graduation. This is just a 15-second shout out to thank your family and friends and let everyone know what you're doing after high school. This is a friendly reminder that if you are out of dress code, that includes facial hair or face piercings, the video will be deleted and it won't be included in the big senior video. Thank you and check it out.
My name is Carlos Reyes. I would like to thank my parents, and after I graduate, I am going to enlist in the United States Army.
You have a 2-week window, so May 12th will be your last day, and this is a perfect example. He was in dress code and within the 15-second limit. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Thank you, Brooke, and good morning, Wildcats. We caught up with Sonny and Coach Acosta about the upcoming All-Star game. Here's Nick with the rundown.
Good morning, Cats. I'm here with Coach Acosta and Sonny Carpinello. Sonny, I heard you were going to the All-Star game. How do you feel about that?
It's a blessing to be selected for it, and I'm really excited to go out there and represent Calallen in it.
All right. What do you expect to get out of the All-Star game?
It's really just one last opportunity for all of us to go out there and play high school ball one more time.
Awesome. Coach Acosta, when and where is the All-Star game going to be this year?
It's going to be held on May 20th. I'm not sure if it's at Buck or at Cabinus. I think it was at Cabinus according to Coach Slade, but We're pretty excited about it. You know, it's always nice to see some good guys represent Calallen. We got 4 going: Sonny, Jimmy, Ernest, and Isaiah. And so we're going to be well represented. We're going to be well represented at this game.
Awesome. Congratulations to all of our players going to the All-Star game. That's all from me. Now back to the studio.
Also caught up with Ernest and Coach Slade for their thoughts on the All-Star game. Here's William with more.
Hi, I'm William Nolan. I'm here with Ernest Hinojosa and Coach Slade. So, Ernest, you were selected for the All-Star game, correct?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be nominated?
It feels great, honestly. I'm just going to go out there and have fun. It's one of our last games.
Okay. And, Coach, do you know when the game is?
The game would be the day after Ernest graduates, so May 20th at Cabinet Stadium.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Back to the studio.
Melissa Rogers was signed to McPherson College yesterday. We have some more information on that.
Morning, Wildcats. Your boy Foreign back at it again, and I'm here with Melissa Rogers. So, Melissa, you just signed your commitment to McPherson. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
Yes, I'm super excited. It's in Kansas, so it's a little far, but I'm really excited for, the next chapter.
All right, and what are you going to be studying over there for the next 4 years aside from hooping?
I'm going to be majoring in communications and minoring in sports management.
All right, thank you. Now back to the studio.
Congratulations to her. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Autumn.
Now here's Haley with today's weather forecast right after this short break.
All right, guys, I'm here with Coach Ashburn. Today we're going to be talking about kids sleeping in class. So, Coach, how many kids do you have sleeping in your class throughout the day?
And throughout the day, usually nobody sleeps in class. I mean, I'm such a great teacher and very entertaining that everyone's alert all the time.
All right, so if they do fall asleep in class, what do you do to them? Or, what are their punishments?
Well, occasionally after lunch, they may fall asleep, so we'll either gently nudge them or probably basically slam a book on
All
their
right,
desk.
now I'm here with Cannon Kiesler, and we're talking about sleeping in class. So, about how many times a day do you sleep throughout the day?
I try my hardest not to sleep in class, but sometimes I can't help it. There's no benefits to it. It just gets you behind in class. It's a terrible thing.
That's very true. So if you do fall in class, how do you feel afterwards? If you miss out on work or anything?
It could put you behind for multiple days or even a week, depending on how much work you missed out on.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, so I'm here with Hunter Groves, and we've been interviewing kids about sleeping in class. So, Hunter, how often do you sleep in class?
Enrique, now that I think about it, I don't think I've slept one time out of the time I've been in high school. I think I don't like to miss out in school, so I don't sleep in class.
Not at all, not even once.
No, I don't think so. Honestly.
All right then.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. So right now the weather is 77 degrees with the winds coming in at 11 miles per hour from the southeast and the rain percentage at only 2% right now. Moving on to the rest of the day, we're going to see that rain percentage stay fairly low until tonight, picking up to 24%, and those winds picking up also to 13 and 15 miles per hour, and coming in from the south-southeast later tonight as well. And we're going to see that temperature pick up to 81 and high getting at 82 and then dropping down to 76 tonight also. Moving on to this weekend, we're looking at 78-degree weather for Saturday and it picking up all the way to 84 degrees on this Sunday, and the rain percentage is going to stay fairly low at 4% and 3%, and those winds coming in from the northwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour on Saturday and the south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour on Sunday. Also, there are 21 days left until graduation. That's all from Weather. Now back to the anchors. Thank you, Haley.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, Brooke, what do you call a pile of cats?
I don't know, Dawson. What?
A meowton.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos. And don't forget to catch our Saturday show on at 8:30 a.m. on Chris 6 and on KDF at 11 a.m.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.